Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm sure some of you have seen this car before. Not like this. I'm doing some work on this and another project car I bought, and I was going to do a quick and dirty job, as you can see, and just swap the N47 from this car to the other car, do a few maintenance bits and get the other car going, because this is a breaker, right? For some reason. So I thought I'll document it. I've done a lot of the work already. As you can see, the bumper and stuff was already gone, but I thought I might just show you and basically how things look and everything around the place. So the bumper is reasonably straightforward to take, and in my case I'm doing all this. I think you certainly have to take the bumper and some of the front off anyway to make life easier if you're pulling this engine, and especially if you're pulling it out from the top or the front, I suppose, instead of dropping it down. So this is it. It is pretty simple. You just basically find the bolts and the nuts, find the right tool and rip it out, right? Especially in my case, I'm kind of going reasonably rough here because I don't need a lot of the parts. Still haven't broken anything yet, but basically just removing stuff as I go. And it has been said that you can remove this is what I'm going to do on my good car, let's say, right? So you can remove this, the alternator, the AC condenser and the power steering first with all the pipe work and stuff connected, so you don't have to bleed it, is my understanding. So that's what I'm going to try on the other car, but in this case I've just removed everything and leave as little as possible behind. You can also kind of see the turbo from here. Once you take the intake hose off, remove the belt. I should have shown you how it looks, but look, I'll try and show you if I do end up putting it back together on the other car. All the hoses and stuff, just take your time with it. These two are the power steering fluid hoses, so a lot of the fluid kind of came out. I kind of knew it would happen because I'm not paying too much attention on this side of the car. I suppose I will be more careful on my good car, right? So the motto is to take the engine out and probably the gearbox together with it. I'm not sure yet, let's see. So I will try and make this video. I have very little motivation because it's just basically taking stuff off, but I will keep adding bits to this video as I go if I do find some good stuff in it. Okay, we'll see you. Removing the front cowl here near the firewall with the cabin filters to make life easier. I had this turned around already. That's the 13mm nut. Plastic one, be careful with this, but once you do it, it basically pops out. And this guy here is an interesting piece of kit as well. I think you're just gonna slide it to one side. Yes, this should come out, but I think this is stuck here. I'm not gonna worry too much about it, and you're just gonna wiggle it out. It's great fun, great therapy, especially if you're just gonna throw a lot of the stuff away, you know, and if you don't worry too much about breaking stuff. There it is. And this gives you a lot more access here. I'm gonna take this guy off as well, the front strut bar, I think it's called. Okay, this is a T45, and I'm just going from right to left. That's freed up. Those guys, I need an extension bar, but let's go for this guy. And I also need to remove whatever this contraption is. Extension bar on. It's a bit difficult with one hand. I'm not used to it anymore. I used to do it before. There we go. The great thing about braking cars is you can gather a lot of useful bolts and nuts, and they do come in handy sometime. So, oh yeah, so I might be able to just slide it out. There you go. So there it is, and I'm gonna just, I suppose, now remove the wiring harness here. I have disconnected a lot of the main connectors here, there as you can see. So it is a matter of kind of removing this main guy here and pushing it to the side. Right, this guy is an 8mm bolt, and I have already kind of disconnected a couple of things. Let me try this guy as well. This is going into the, I think, the catalytic converter or the exhaust side anyway. So I'll remove this, and this will be removed. And then let me see if I have another 8mm somewhere. No, this is a 10mm. There is some E star sockets which I'll need to get rid of, and I'm going to remove all these guys here. Okay, an interesting development. When I went around removing all the connectors and stuff from here on this side, I kind of realized that I'd more than likely will have to disconnect all the fuel rail pipes and a couple other kind of things that I shouldn't be removing, you know, just to remove some bit of wiring. So then it clicked that I made a rookie mistake, even though a friend of mine had suggested that to remove the connectors from the ECU side, and all it will look like is kind of this, you know. So I'll have to, a few of the connectors that I've removed now, I'll have to put them back in, and the engine harness, as they call it, or engine side harness, in BMW terms, it will gonna stay with the engine, and when I go to the other car, this will basically connect back there, and I'll just gonna ensure that all these have been plugged back in, and any screws and stuff, I'll put them back in place. I've removed some of the wiring here from the alternator, the main red ones. There were just two of these guys, and I think all that needs to happen is just these two bolts. So 16 here, the long guy goes to the bottom and the short one goes to the top, something like this. Let me keep them safe somewhere, which is basically on my toolbox, and I'm not gonna wiggle it somehow. Yeah, I think I'll have to give a few blows of the rubber mallet or something just to kind of move it out of the place, and then I'll be keeping it somewhere safe. Okay, I have the alternator out, and there's two 13mm screws for this guy. It is risky enough behavior here now by myself. I'm going at it at an angle, but somehow opened it and I didn't damage it. There it is. And also there was a small little 8mm screw that I had to kind of disconnect to get this connector sort of more approachable, and then I was able to wiggle it out. I think I'm going to remove this guy as well, maybe. Let me see. I will basically wiggle this guy out first and see if I can leave it hanging. There was another screw at the back, so let's rip that out of it. That's gone as well. And I'm just gonna go some bit wild. There, look. It is taken out. Let me see if I can somehow lift it one-handed. Yeah, no. I'll get the screws kind of removed, put into the side, and maybe get this guy off as well, because at this moment there's no pressure or anything in it. I've taken all that out. So, but in the other car I think I'll be leaving that in place, so I don't have to go messing about.